Hello YouTube, it's Chris, Wazzo Bryce. Hope everyone's doing okay. Just checking in after my return from the pipe show in Nottingham, really. Just to talk about how it went and what's happening going forward over the next week or so. So I had a great time actually. Oh, what am I doing? I've just had an afternoon in the workshop. There was a lot of housework to do, getting back from the UK. Sort out all the mail, pay the bills, all the boring stuff needed to be done before I could get back in the workshop and enjoy myself. Plus, it's a bloody long drive, so it took it out of me a bit. But I'm here now. I'm smoking McBaron Virginia Flake, which I won at the raffle at the pipe show. I bought like a strip of tickets and was one of the first people to win a prize actually. And of course, being a pipe maker, you don't take pipes, so I went for that. It has written on the back, it says 2016, and I was quite excited to get it home. And I got it home, I realised it was open and it was only half full, so you win some, you lose some. And that's kind of a half win, because then after winning that I thought, oh, I'll just give the rest of my tickets to somebody, which I did. So a bit disappointing. Tobacco's dry as a bone, still tasty. It's a bit drier than I like it, but hey. I'm just having a beer. I managed to get some good English beers and bring them back. This one's Thirsty Ferret, one of my favourites, from the Badger Brewery. So yeah, it's nice. I absolutely adore living in France. I love the French culture, I love the people, I love where I live, although I will be moving soon to somewhere else that I will love. And I'd never go back to live there permanently, I don't think, unless it was a necessity, family reasons or something like that. But there are certain things I miss. Good curry, we don't get that here. English beers, don't get those here. One or two in the supermarket. Believe it or not, you can get a proper job in the supermarket here, but it's not called proper job in Europe, it's called something else. And good fish and chips, those are the things I really miss. And my friends. So anyway, the pipe show was fantastic. I stayed in the Lace Market Hotel in Nottingham, which is a nice old hotel in sort of the bar-y, restaurant-y part of town. So not so much the shopping part. And stayed there. Tom, the organiser, was staying there, and guy from Scotland, who's one of my customers actually, Kev Granite City Piper, was there with his daughter Lane. So obviously I said I missed the English beers. I got early on the Saturday. The event was on the Sunday, and the first thing I did after checking into my room, there's a pub attached to the hotel, and I got myself real ale and sat outside and smoked a pipe, and it was just heaven. And then Kev pitched up. I'd never met him before, but I knew who it was straight away from his Instagram, and he sort of said hi, met up for a drink, and went off to a great pub called the Lincolnshire Poacher. That was the first evening. Then I went out for dinner with friends, so I didn't want to get drunk or anything, because it's my first pipe show. I wanted to be switched on for that and enjoy the experience rather than be quietly dying in a corner. It was work after all. So on the day, met up and early with Aidan Hesselwood, H Pipes. Had a coffee with him and his lovely wife, Gemma, and then we went to the venue, met up with a load of other pipe makers, Chris Kelly, Lee Masser, Stuart Johnson. Then we all went in, picked a table, settled in, and set up our wares. But it's a good opportunity to look at other people's work as well, and sort of see where you're at comparing to other pipe makers. Ian Walker turned up, so Ian Walker is like the one of there's kind of two of the old stalwarts for pipe making in England, which is Ian Walker, Northern Briars, and Mike Billington from Blakemore Briars. I didn't really get a chance to talk to Mike because he turned up quite late, and then we were sort of into it all, you know. But I got to meet Ian the night before in the Lincolnshire Poacher and had a chat with him throughout the day as well. As a nice guy. And Chris Asquith, who I know his work, and I bought pipes off him before I was a pipe maker. But it was nice. It made me a bit nervous because he was inspecting my work, and he took a torch, little pen torch, and started looking at the slots on my pipes. But he was very complimentary about them, thankfully. So that was that. Then there was the raffle. There was some tobacconists there. I got some nice tobaccos from Sam Brammer at GQ Tobaccos. He actually had some Germains, so I got a tin of Gold Leaf, a tin of King Charles smoking mixture, and a tin of Special Latakia Flake. So that was nice. And then all my pals turned up as well, all my smoking pals, who there's a group of us that meet. I have a good friend, Eddie Lum, who's a farmer up in up north, and I get to go there about once a year now. But I know that these guys, they meet sort of twice a year on a regular basis, and he's turned this ground floor of his house into his own pub, so you can actually smoke pipes in a pub. He's got real hand pull, real ale pump and stuff. It's a fantastic weekend when we go there. So all those guys were there. So after the event, I sort of hooked up with them. Oh, and I was next to Aidan, and Aidan and I have share a customer, a guy called Chris Ferraby, who lives in Georgia in America. And we were just sort of pottering along with our day, and I saw this guy. I thought, God, he looks like Chris Ferraby. So I've never met him face to face. And it bloody was. He'd flown all the way over, pitched up at the pipe show, which I was blown away with. It was so great to see him. So I kind of I was working, you know. So I sort of well, he came straight up to the table. I made an Eskimo to take to the pipe show, and he'd seen it, and he came straight to the table and said, "Is the Eskimo still available?" I said, "Yeah, of course it is." And then so he got that. He brought me some tobacco from the States, and I sort of put him with my pals, who I know are okay for a good day out and don't mind inviting people into the fold. And they proceeded to try and get him drunk. But he's lived in the UK before, so they were surprised, I think, at his capacity. So yeah, in the evening say goodbye to all the pipe makers and whatnot. And as things were winding down, enjoyed an evening with my friends and Chris. So that was that. Really successful. I sold quite a bit. Paid for the whole trip and a little bit more with my sales, which was the outcome I wanted, was to at least have paid for the trip. So it was a little bit better than I expected. And yeah, just all in all a great experience. And I recommend anyone who has the opportunity, whether you live in the UK or not, to go to the pipe show. It's a great day out. It's a shame it's only one day, but I think the way that the talking too much. I think that the way that pipe smokers are in the UK, one day's enough. You know, people are busy and with their lives and whatnot. So one day was enough there. I think it's a different kind of culture in America, and people want to make a weekend of it and whatnot. So yeah, that was that. So I'm gonna finish this bowl and finish my beer. And I actually think I'm going to light the barbecue because I've got some pork belly I want to cook. So that's what I'll do, and then back in the workshop tomorrow morning. Yeah, the false start this morning was that I'm actually getting some sales on the back of the pipe show as well, which is nice, which I was hoping for too. So obviously my name's getting around a little bit more, which is great. So I've got some new customers, some people have been contacting me for stuff that I've got in stock, and I've got 3 commissions on the go at the minute as well. So it's quite busy, and it's nice to be busy. So yeah, one happy pipe maker really. Anyway, I'll leave you all. I've been gobbling on for ages now, but thought I'd just do this post about my experience at the pipe show. So there you go. All the best, everyone. Take care.